signed up to LMPD. Go and get yourself this thing. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving out of shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I heard it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly. They been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in your bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, habit gets a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can pace it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the ball down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Carr. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. And that one off the mark. A little late with a throw. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Carried out for the former bad Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
They'll set up a throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Montez Sweat able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Third.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Pittsburgh.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Steelers.
Back to throw again. He's going to let one fly for Tate. It's caught at the 10. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Taylor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses. But just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get...
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now after the INT, it's Carr. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. The Ravens take over.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down right.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Gain on the play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Carr. It's complete to Brown, right side. And hang on here, because still down after that play is Marquise Brown. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Carr. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Tucker missed it left. Normally reliable, this time no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now this one complete to Robert Foster. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Pickup. First down, Pittsburgh.
First and 10, Taylor now. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Back to throw now on first down. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 5.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Brings up second and goal.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. but it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Operating from the gun. Carr. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Pittsburgh.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
James Washington.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Steelers.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Complete to
now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
13-yard line.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Auden Tate as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Steelers 20, Ravens nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle taken down. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? Oh, look at that. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, and it's third down.
And 8 yards to go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They'll run with Dobbins, and the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chunking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll try to run with Dobbins, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7.
Makes the score Steelers 20, Ravens 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jonathan Taylor, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Carr. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Carr. And off his back foot, he'll heave it. He's got a man. Complete. 30. 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 83 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
Justin Tucker lining up for the...
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
The 22-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. He's going to keep this again. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
Yeah, absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington.
The pass.
They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
39-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. He knocks it through, and it's 35-21.
Steelers 35, Ravens 21.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Right back to Dobbins on first. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. He's tackled there to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll run here with Dobbins. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That'll be complete to Dobbins. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
2nd and 9 now. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Steeler first down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
4-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
A gain of 14. First down, Steelers.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Michael Davis. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down. Complete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man here is Foster. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. They'll look to throw again. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 13. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. So that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Here's the option. He gives it up. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the pitch goes to Taylor. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
42.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.